Hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to I Have Today, where we talk about the art of intentional living. And each week on the show, we talk about things to inspire, educate, and empower you through life's transitions. Well, today it's just me in the studio, and have I got a topic for you. The topic today is how to receive abundance, with a subtitle, even if you've never had it before. Or maybe you've had it before and you lost it, and you've got limiting beliefs and feelings of worry, and like the other shoe's going to drop and it's not going to happen for you again. You know, I with my coaching practice, in a lot of the interviews I do, spending a lot of time on Clubhouse right now. This is such an issue for people, feeling unworthy and undeserving, and having this desire to have this abundance, whether it's beyond the money, right? Beyond the financial piece of it. It's also, abundant in every area of your life. And so what I thought I would do today is I'm going to teach you 3 tips on how you can prepare yourself to actually receive it. So I'm going to bridge that gap of where you are right now in the longing and the desire, like it's so far out there, to pull it into you, and how you can use these 3 tips, 3 steps in each one of the 3 tips, because you know me, I like 3 steps, because they're easy to do, easy to remember, easy to build upon, so that you can start receiving the abundance that you desire and totally deserve. So that's our theme for today's show, how to receive abundance. So we always do an intention statement. Today's intention statement is, I have today to believe in all the abundance that's coming to me. Woohoo! Don't you love that? I have today to believe in all the abundance that's coming to me. Like, yes, yeah, I have today to do that. And so one of the things I'm going to teach you about today is how to really get to that feeling place about it. So what I want you to do with this is an intention statement that we do every single week on this show. Kelly makes the most beautiful wallpaper. They live on my Instagram page at Diane Forster Official. Diane Forster Official. There's that button. What do you call it? Do you call it a button or an icon? What is it? What is it? A button. It's a button. You know those little buttons at the top of the before the all the photos in the profile? There's a button there that says wallpapers. And every single week, Kelly makes a wallpaper for our intention statement of the week. And today's is, I have today to believe in all the abundance that's coming to me. Hey, Kelly, is it up on the page yet? See, she's on it already. It's already there. So what you can do is you can take your phone and then go there, scroll through the ones, find today's, and then take a screenshot of it and use it as your screensaver on your lock screen on your phone, so that every time you look at your phone 150 times a day, you see it. And when you see it, all of a sudden you start believing it. You're giving your subconscious mind the programming of it. And then it starts to go to work to make that thing happen for you. It also is a chance for you to affirm it out to the universe. Say it out loud if you want, so that you can tap into the universe to bring it to you as well. So that's this week. So again, you can find that at Diane Forster Official and under wallpapers. All right. So let me tell you what to expect in the show today. I'm going to get into the magical manifestation moments, which is this fun segment we do where we talk about these magical manifestation stories. And then I'm going to give you the amazing content today, so how you can really receive abundance. Receive it, attract it. And then we're going to move into the Mentor Me Minute segment, where we take your questions live here on air, or you write them into us. Now, before I go any further, I want to say welcome. If this is the first time you're watching this show, catching this show, whether it's here live or it's in, you caught it on Facebook or YouTube or E360 TV or any of the other streaming platforms, Apple, Amazon Fire, Roku, any of those, I want to say welcome. This is also our podcast. So you can listen to this on all the podcast streaming platforms as well. So I wanted to say welcome. If you are catching it live or would like to catch it live so that you can write in your comments, ask questions for the Mentor Me Minute segment, the place you want to do that is on Facebook on my page. I have Today with Diane Forster. So in fact, let me switch over right now to comments over there. And so that's where you do it, where in the Mentor Me Minute segment, I coach you live here. I mentor you live for 1 minute. It's never a minute. It's always over a minute. We should just call it Mentor Me Moments. But anyway, that's where you can do it. And we've had so many amazing people write into us with their questions and got answers to things that they're frustrated with, things they need help and support with, whether it's personally, professionally, in their love lives, with their health, related to the pandemic. Sorry, 1 second. I got a little bit of a runny nose. So you can ask anything there. So especially if you've never had a coach before, tap in and ask a coach a question, get mentored by a coach. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some highlights going on here at I Have Today. And then I end each show with a powerful mantra meditation. So please stay till the end, because I also have an amazing program that I want to talk to you about that I created just for you to help you get rid of those limiting beliefs and mental blocks that are literally holding you up in your life. So, all right. So here we go. So, Kelly, are you set and ready to go? Because we're about to do the magical manifestation moment segment. Okay, so I'm going to share a fun story with you. I love law of attraction. I am addicted to it. I live, eat, sleep, breathe it truly all the time. And I want to tap into all the resources that are available to me in the universe. I don't want to leave anything or anyone out whatsoever. And so one of the things that I do is I have my posse, my team that I call on for during meditation, during prayer. And some of this, by the way, I've learned from Michael Sandler. I just read his book called The Awe Writing Experience. It's Automatic Writing Experience is actually what it's called. So shout out to you, Michael Sandler. I loved your book. Before you even told me to buy 3 copies, I bought 3 copies because I always like to, and I know I'm squirreling right now. I realize that, but I'm channeling. So this is what I'm being directed to share. I always buy 3 books because I always want one for myself, and then I always want to give them to my kids. And sometimes I buy more. If there's great books that I've read, I'll send them to my clients or send them to friends. But I did buy 3 copies of that book, and I'm going to see my kids. I'm so excited. I'm going to get to see my twins, Robert and Melanie, this weekend. They're coming down to see me. And so I bought copies for them too. But segueing back to what I was talking about is I have been calling on and tapping into Archangel Michael for years. He is my guy. He is the one that is always there and shows up for me. Now, there's other angels that I tap into too, source. And I will say spirit, collective consciousness, the infinite intelligence, the quantum field, all that is, was, and ever will be, God, Jesus, whomever, right? And my mom, always my mom. She's in the room. She just said, don't forget about me. So always my mom too. And so one of the things is that I always call on Archangel Michael when I need help and protection. And so let me share this magical manifestation story with you. When I first moved to San Diego from Chicago, I lived in Encinitas, actually Leucadia, which is part of Encinitas. And I've told this story before. I lived in this amazing unit that had an ocean view. I got to see the sunset every night. Well, when I first got there, one night, a couple weeks in, maybe a week or 2 in, I went for a walk on the beach, and it was getting near sunset, and I walked really far down far south into Encinitas. And all I had with me was my phone and some money and credit cards in my phone case. And I walked really, really far. I didn't realize how far and how long I walked. And so it was getting dark. It was nearing darkness. So I decided to get up on the street and walk back. And I stopped at this Mexican restaurant for dinner because I was hungry. And then when I got out of the restaurant, I walked home and I didn't realize how dark it was and how far it was. Like, I walked really far and it was pitch black. And all of a sudden I was a little bit freaked out. Here I am by myself with no protection, single woman walking on her own. And I started seeing like all these like single guys, single men walking around. Now, not scary looking or anything. I just felt vulnerable in that state. And so I started walking and I started praying to Archangel Michael. And I started saying the entire time, Archangel Michael, please be with me. Please protect me. Please get me home safely. You know, Archangel Michael, are you with me? Are you with me, Michael? Are you with me? And I kept saying it and repeating it and affirming it and praying for it. And I was just, you know, walking along, talking to him the entire way. So I get home safely, thank God, right? I walk into my place, I turn on the lights, I go into the kitchen and I pick up my phone, and all of a sudden I receive a text and it says Angel. And I went, oh, like that. And I clicked on it and it disappeared. Amazing story. Now, I have no proof. There's nobody to back it up. Obviously, it didn't get saved. I was by myself. You're just going to have to take my word for it. But I'm telling you, as I will swear on my mama's life, who's in the room, that happened to me. And oh, did I feel so protected. Now, here's the lesson that I want to share with you. You're never alone. We are never, ever, ever alone. And what you need and what you want is a prayer away. It's an affirmation away. It's a request away. And I'm going to talk about this today in the content when I share these tips with you, that you will literally get whatever it is you want just because you want it. I needed that feeling of security and safety in that moment. I called on him and he was there with me literally every step of the way. One of the other things that's happening to me in my journey of awakening and really connecting to, you know, who I really am, why I'm really here, what I'm meant to do, how I'm meant to serve, is the connection of the fact that I am connected to everything and everyone. We all are. But really knowing that and feeling that all the time and tapping into the unlimited amount of support that is there and available for us in this universe. It's so true. And all we have to do is tap into it. So that's what we're going to do today. But now what we're going to do is we're going to pivot into that content, how you can really receive abundance. And again, with the caveat, if you've never had it before, or you've had it before and lost it before, how do we do that? Do it. Okay, you ready? All right. So tip number one, step number one is you have to imagine it. Imagine it. That's what we're going to talk about. You have to really be able to see it. You've got to visualize it. You have to really feel it. And one of the ways that I want you to imagine it is to, for 10 minutes a day, this is an easy ask, easy commitment of you to do, is I want you to sit in quiet meditation and start chanting, I receive, I receive, I receive, I receive. And as you're doing that, visualize the abundance coming to you. Visualize money raining down on you, being all over you. Bring it in through the toroidal field, because we live in a world of attraction. Attraction. So receiving, allowing. So do that visualization. Imagine it's coming at you, towards you, to you, on you, into your world. Just get to that imagery and start chanting, I receive, I receive, I receive. So visualize it flowing to you and be consistent, okay? Doing that little chant, I receive, imagine it flowing in, it's going to start coming to you. You're changing your frequency and your vibration to attract and to receive it. So that's way number one, all right? Way number two is you have to feel it. Feel it. So in Neville Goddard's book, Feeling is the Secret, it's so true. You've got to feel your way. And again, I'm getting back to vibration and frequency. So he talks about feeling is the secret. Yes, the visualization is important, but you have to feel it too. What does that feel like? Get all of your senses involved. You know, what is that feeling like? What's the emotion that you're connected with it? Does it feel joyful? Does it feel free? Does it feel happy? What does it, taste like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? What does it look like? Get to that feeling place within it. And then I want you to do that from the inside out. So not as if you're looking at it like on a movie screen or it's outside of you. From within, see yourself in it. See yourself abundant. What is that? What are you wearing? What does your clothes look like? If you're a woman, what does your purse look like? What does your shoes look like? What does your jewelry look like? What does your hair and makeup look like? What does your home look like? What does the car you drive look like? What does it look like? What does it feel like when you're in this space? All right. So you need to feel it. Number one was imagine it. Number two was feel it. Now, third one is be it. You got to be it. You have to be what you want. You have to be abundant and abundance before you can come, before it can come to you. Actually have to, if you see it outside of you, guess where it's staying? Outside of you. You have to become it first. You have to be it. You have to act as if you're already there. All right. So, one of the ways to do this is you have to speak about it now, like as if you already are. I talk about I have today, like we're this billion-dollar brand, because that's where I want us to go. And so I am the CEO of this billion-dollar brand, and so when I'm out talking, I write about it, I share about it. When I'm interviewed, I talk about it. I'm it already. Is the reality of it here? No, it's not here yet. But here's the key. You have to be it first, and you have to believe it first. And the way you're going to believe it is if you start being it. You have to be it. All right. So hang on one second. Speak about it now as if it's done. Oh, and then the other thing with being it is you have to do things that you would do as this abundant person. Okay. So one of the things is, if you want to live in a $1 million mansion, go to tours of $1 million mansions, go be there and be in the space of it. You want to drive a Maserati, go to the dealership and test drive the car. Like you have to live and be that thing that you want. You have to have that personification. I know I've talked about this before, but it bears repeating. You cannot keep thinking it's outside of you. You are already it. All right. Here is a bonus tip that I wanted to share with you today. Number 4 is you have to trust it. You have to trust that it is so. So I'm gonna share a little bit about Abraham Hicks because I'm a huge fan of Abraham Hicks. And so one of the things that Abraham says, and I'm sorry about the garbage noise in the back, or the garbage trucks are driving by right now. So real life, right? So one of the things that Abraham Hicks talks about is that once you ask once, it's done. It's done. And they say, stop asking over and over again. It's like we already got it. We got it the first time, right? It's already done. So you don't want to keep asking for it over and over again. Now, you could tweak and modify your ask, of course, but if you're affirming the same things over and over again, you're coming from a place of lack. You're coming from a place of, I don't have this thing that I want. I'm not there yet. It's outside of me. There's this gap, right? It's in the future. It's far away. No, the moment you ask, it's done. The moment it drops into your mind, that when you received it, because you did receive it, you didn't think it, you received it. It's because things are aligned for that thought, that desire, that wish, that want to drop into your subconscious mind. So it's already there. So when you get that feeling like, God, that would be really good. That would be really nice. I would really like to have that thing. I would really like to have that relationship. I would really like to feel this way in that relationship. I would really like this money to come in. I would really like to attract 10 new clients. I would really like to, whatever, fill in the blank, whatever it is. As soon as that happens, it's already done. It's already created. So now you have to trust that all the things that are needed to align with it, the right people, the right places, the right resources, the right circumstances are going to come into your life the moment you're truly ready for it. And when it is for your highest good and for the collective, when it's right for everyone and everything. So if you've asked for something and it's not coming in, it only means that a more perfect designed amazing way for it to come to you is going to come to you. That's the way it works. So cool, right? So how to receive abundance is these 4 tips. Let me give them to you again. Imagine it, feel it, be it, and then the bonus one is trust it. So incredibly powerful. So I want you to write in your comments and any questions that you have about this. Write this down. In fact, Kelly and I were talking about it. These 4 steps will really change your life. So we're gonna make a book out of it. We're gonna do some stuff for it so that you can really understand and receive the abundance that you desire and deserve, even if you've never had it before. You can have it. You can manifest anything that you want in your life if you just imagine it, feel it, be it, and trust it. Okay? All right. Okay, let me take a little break, a little breather break for a second. Let me have a little sip of my coffee. That's now ice cold. Okay, so what are we doing next, Kelly? Are we going into the Mentor Me Minute segment? Well, here we go. Let's do it. All right. So this is a segment, like I said earlier in the show, where we take your questions live, either here on Facebook. I have the monitor up. And hey, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I love you too. And thank you. Yeah, we like to bring you content and action steps that you can use in your life right now, today. All right. So Kelly, let's bring on the first question. Okay. This is from Crystal in Georgia. How do I stay positive when there's so much negative news in the world? I hate all the haters. Oh, wow. This is so relevant, right? Everything that happened last week and in general in the world. Like, I'm with you. I prefer not to use the phrase, I hate all the haters. I think that if you know anything about me and the focus that I use on language, we really have to be cognizant of what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and especially of what we're speaking. And so hating on haters creates more hate. It just does. It doesn't solve anything. It exacerbates it and it makes it worse. It does. So what I love that you asked, Crystal, is the beginning part of it is, how do I stay positive? So let's focus on that. All right. So we can't get angry enough to make angry people soften, right? how we serve in the world and how we make shifts. And there is a lot of this going on in the world right now, especially since the pandemic started. There has been this, as we know, the rise in diversity, the rise in anger, the rise in polarity, the rise in, this side versus that side, right versus wrong, red versus blue, and on and on and on, right? So much divisiveness going on. At the same exact time, what's also happening is this has been a massive awakening for those who were starting to wake up and those who didn't even realize that an awakening is a thing. And then all the light workers out there and the healers and the energy workers who are already in this space, having them elevate and rise. And I would consider myself someone I'm awake, definitely awake. Am I totally there? No, but I'm learning and growing every day, but I become more enlightened. And, someone who's on this planet with a vision and a mission to help others heal themselves and love themselves unconditionally so that they can operate in their life and love the rest of the world the same way. That is definitely, in the healing arena. And so what we're called to do, if you want to stay positive, ask yourself some questions. How can I use my life more positively and show up in this world as a lighthouse and a guide and a way to use my gifts and skills, my uniqueness and worthiness to help and serve others? Ask that question. In fact, write it in your journal. You might have to go back and watch this because I totally channeled that. I got most of it, but how can I show up in my life this way? How can I serve others? How can I take my skills, my gifts, my unique qualities and serve others in a really profound way? You're going to get answers. You are going to get answers. That's how you stay positive. And then you stay focused on that goal, that vision, that mission, and do your very best to show up in love and light for everyone in your world, everyone who comes into your world. Don't knock down the haters because that just breeds more hate. It does. I hate to be so Pollyanna. It sounds Pollyanna. It's actually the way law of attraction works. We're going to get more of whatever it is we're focused on 1,000%, all of the time. All right. So I hope that helped you, Crystal. And if it did, be sure to comment, let us know. And thank you so much for your honest question. Okay, Kelly, what's next? I've been doing law of attraction work for some time now, but my manifestations aren't coming. How can I manifest better? Patricia in Florida. Okay, well, one of the ways is today, what I shared on the show. All right. Great question. So again, law of attraction work, okay, is daily. It's supposed to be light. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be easy. What I said earlier today, you only have to ask once. So if you're manifesting and you're affirming and you're saying, how come it's not coming? How come it's not coming? You're not trusting. Remember the bonus tip I gave today? Trust it. You're not trusting the process. What you want is coming to you. No questions asked. No questions asked. It's coming to you. But when it's going to come to you is when you release that detachment to it. You trust the process the way it works, and it will show up when everything is aligned perfectly. So I don't know what you're manifesting because you didn't give me anything specific here, but let's just say it's a relationship because that's the energy I'm getting, all right? And this is the partner that you want in life, and I feel like it's a male, so that's what I'm going to go with, all right? So if I'm not right, write in, but I feel like I'm right, and this is actually for the collective. Any women out there looking for a man, all right? If you're trying to manifest a man into your life and he's not coming, you're too focused on the lack of him not being there. you're too focused on the work of it, right? And that sounds heavy, right? I got to sit down. I got to do my manifestations. I got to write in my journal. I got to meditate. I got to, right? That's supposed to be light and fun and easy. Instead, what you may want to do is be more playful with it. Maybe you're doing this, maybe you're not, but this is what I'm being guided to share with you today. Be more playful with it and add new features to the relationship every day. Like, what's something fun that you can do as a Sunday morning routine together? What's your favorite restaurant that you go to? How are ways, do you do, 2 movie nights a week, and one movie night, it's his night, and the next one is your movie night? Like, how can you continue to build on the relationship and the life that you want in a fun, playful way? That will help bring it in, right? Because it's not so much about attracting that person. It's about who you are in that relationship. Truly loving yourself, being the love you seek, being that fun, playful person, being that best friend, like all the things on your list, you have to be it first. So add some fun and flavor to it, how you're going to be in the relationship and how it's going to be together. All right. I hope that helped you, Patricia. Thank you so much for the question. All right. If you want to get mentored live here by me, all you have to do is go to dianeforster.com/mentor me. dianeforster.com/mentor me. And that's MENTORME. I don't know if we have a banner for that, but that is the URL for it. And if you're listening on the podcast, you got it. Mentor me. dianeforster.com, mentor me. So, all right. Okay. Oh my gosh, the show is going by so fast. This is going to be a shorter show today too, by the way. So stick around because we're getting close to the mantra meditation, but we have one more special segment that we do weekly, and it is called Word of the Week. All right. Okay. So the word of the week is, this is a segment we started doing, I don't know, a while back. I don't know, we're a dozen words into this so far, but super fun segment. This is an idea Kelly came up with since I'm such a proponent to reframing words, removing words from your vocabulary and replacing them with more positive, empowering words instead. A trick that I learned from a real life situation that happened to me one morning, and then that same exact day, listening to Zig Ziglar and something that he said, and ding, 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 the light bulb went off on how to do this. And I've erased, oh my gosh, so many words out of my vocabulary. So she said, Diane, wouldn't it be fun to do this as a segment? But the thing is, I don't know what the word is. And I see it for the first time here on the show. And then I have to reframe it with a more positive, empowering word. And I try and make sure that the first letter of the negative word is the same, that the new positive word starts with the same letter. All right. So here we go. All right, Kelly, give it to me. What is this week's word? Oh, it's stubborn. Oh, this is a good word. Okay. Wow. Stubborn. Well, all right. So I like to take this in whether this is your feeling, like you're feeling stubborn in a way, or you're experiencing someone who's being stubborn. And I'm going to guess more likely than not, it's the latter of what I just said. But this is going to apply to both sides of the equation. All right. So the meaning of stubborn is, somebody does not want to change their attitude or opinion about something. They're standing their ground in their opinion, right? And there's no flexibility with that, right? There's, it can really cause friction, right? I'm sure a lot of fights, I know in my past, a lot of fights because someone was being stubborn. So what if you replace that with the feeling and the adjective of being serene? Serene, SERENE. That just feels really good to me. That's what I heard. So serene is calm. It's easy, it's peaceful, it's tranquil, it's a place where nothing bothers you. Nothing bothers you. So that could be challenging, right? That's an extreme to go from stubborn to serene. But think about it. What we want to do with these words is create the trigger, right? How I talked about earlier, I gave you 3 steps, 3 tips, and then 3 ways within those 3 tips, like stuff that's easy to create triggers so that you have these in your mind, you can draw on them right away. So what if you replace being stubborn with serene? And what I mean by if you're feeling stubborn in your life, that does not feel good at all. It really doesn't. And what it's going to do is it's going to fire up other, emotions on that same frequency that's going to continue to keep you in that struggle, right? In that stubborn feeling. Shift it to being serene, shift it to that. I choose calmness. I choose tranquility. I choose not to feel this emotion that I'm feeling right now. I choose to pivot it over to something that's more calm and peaceful and tranquil and allows me to have more flow in my life, right? Because being stubborn is not in flow. That is in friction, man. And then if it's somebody else who's being stubborn, you be the serene energy first. That will flow to them. If you're not engaged in this fist bumping that I'm doing right now, this friction, and your energy comes from a place of flow, of being serene, that is going to dissipate the person who's being stubborn on the other side. So I hope that was good. I love it, Kelly. That was a good word. Good word. Whew, I thought of a good one. All right. So now, before we get to the mantra meditation, which is our way of ending this show on such a powerful note, I want to invite you to a program that I have for you that's really going to help tie in everything that we've done today on how to receive more abundance in your life, especially if you've never had it before or if you've lost it before. Our intention statement was, I have today to believe in all the abundance that's coming to me, right? The content was, remember, it was imagine it, feel it, be it, and trust it. And now what I want to do to anchor that in is share with you a link to the Mindset and Manifestation Challenge. This is a 6-day challenge that I created. It's so awesome. That takes you on a 6-day journey in the morning, about 20 minutes, where I'm going to challenge you to do this for yourself, because here's what's going to happen. You're going to learn what your limiting beliefs are and where they came from, where you got that story about yourself that you weren't good enough or lovable enough, or all of that stuff that blocks you in your life. And I'm going to teach you how to reframe that, right? Big on language here, how to use your thoughts powerfully, how the mindset process, manifestation process really, really works, a powerful morning routine that will set your day up for success. And then day 6, it's a humdinger. I'm going to teach you a process that you can use in your life for the rest of your life that will change your state in 20 seconds or less, like that. Whatever you're going through, you're going down that rabbit hole of scarcity mind thinking, not feeling good enough, imposter syndrome, whatever the emotion is, to be happy and empowered in 20 seconds. So awesome. So that is at mindsetandmanifestationchallenge.com. All right. And it's $10. It's like a trip to Starbucks, man. Do this for yourself. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's get ready to do the mantra meditation. All right. So what I want you to do, obviously, if you're driving, if you're listening to this on the podcast, keep your eye on the road, keep your, eyes open. You can't do this fully, but you can still get in a meditative state, which is really, really awesome. All right. So what we're going to do is I want you to put your feet flat on the floor. I want you to put your hands on your lap. We're going to take in a deep breath for 4 seconds. We're going to hold it for 4, and then we're going to breathe it out for 8 seconds, like you're blowing out birthday candles. And why I want you to do that is I want you to get all that air, all that negative energy out of you. We're going to do that 2 times. And then all you have to do is listen to the words. Okay. Are you ready? So here we go. Relax your shoulders, hands on your lap. Close your eyes. Taking a deep breath for the count of 4. Hold it for 4 and breathe out for 8. Do it one more time. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4 and breathe out for 8. And just listen to the words. I have today to love my life. Something really good is going to happen to me. I can feel it. Miracles big and small. I notice them all. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I have today to receive all the abundance that I've asked for, that is waiting for me, that's right in front of me. All I have to do is to be open to receiving it. I have today to follow those 4 steps, to truly imagine it, to feel it, to be it, to trust it, to know how law of attraction works, to know that whatever I think about, I receive. Whatever I want, I get to want, I get to have it, simply because I want it. I get to realize and understand that we're never alone. Like Diane shared today in the story about Archangel Michael, we are surrounded by collective consciousness, infinite intelligence, the universe, all the angels and guides, God, spirit, universe, you name it, all around me, all the time, guiding me, supporting me, protecting me, looking out for me, having my back, and answering all of my asks, all of my wants, all of my desires. My job is to do my work and to focus my energy on the things that I can do to be ready to bring it into my life as soon as the timing is right. There's nothing wrong. Everything is right. Like Louise Hay used to say, all is well and only good lies before me. It's so incredibly true. And so on this day, today, the only day I have, where it's the only day that matters, I am going to live in happiness, joy, and trust. I'm going to trust the process. I am not going to be stubborn in any way that holds it back. I'm going to focus on being serene in that moment and in any moment that comes up that feels negative. I can do this. I can do this. And like Diane says all the time, all I have to be is 1% better today, 1% better than I was yesterday. The abundance is mine. And even if I've never had it before, that doesn't matter. I'm worthy and deserving of it. I illuminate it, I attract it, and I receive it. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, you can open your eyes. So super powerful. Thank you so much for being here on the show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please comment. And then also please subscribe to my YouTube channel and my podcast, I Have Today with Diane Forster. Follow me on social media on my business page at I Have Today with Diane Forster, plus all the other platforms at Diane Forster Official. And check me out on Clubhouse at Diane Forster, where I host rooms there too. We're going to be doing some special segments of I Have Today on Clubhouse. And I am going to be seeking guests to have up on stage with me, as well as guests for special segments here on this show. So you're definitely going to want to check it out. If you've got a powerful story of your transformation and reinvention, I want to hear about it, and so do our guests. So please do that. All right. And last but not least, Check out the Mindset and Manifestation Challenge at mindsetandmanifestationchallenge.com. You do not want to miss this powerful tool for manifesting what you want and clearing up those dandelions in your subconscious. All right, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks again for being here. We're here every Monday at 11:03 a.m. Pacific time. Take care. Bye-bye.